Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to share 3 reasons why companies choose LandingRabbit over Framer. I love Framer. I've been using Framer for LandingRabbit in the past. I like the design canvas similar to Figma where you can make any change you like. You can create something very specific, custom for your brand. But when I'm creating business-to-business websites, I usually need a lot of landing pages, use cases, industries, different personas, different solutions that we have. And when in Framer, all the designs are bit like Figma canvases on a big board, then making changes gets quite time consuming over time when you get more and more pages live on your website. Framer has a concept of component, but that component shares the design and the content at the same time. And if you want to use the component, it's going to be with the exact same content on every page. And that doesn't necessarily resonate with your audience that is visiting the page and a specific use case that the page is trying to communicate. So in this video, I'm going to show what are the key differences between LandingRabbit and how LandingRabbit's content-first approach is very different to Framer. Let's see how LandingRabbit works. In LandingRabbit, the page generation starts from an idea, a topic that you want to talk about. So for example, I could use a topic, business-to-business website builder, and create a landing page out of it. If you're using this for your own company, then obviously your keyword is going to be widely different. If I click the plus icon here, you can see tools like uploading a file. So for example, if I want to add a document attached to this page, something that I want to say, something that I've already stored as a document, I can add it easily. I can also use saved materials, which are documents that I've saved to my account, and I can use them across different pages when creating a new one. Also, I can write a blog post. So I can click this, write a blog post, and then instead of creating a landing page, LandingRabbit will create the page as a blog post format. When you hit a next button, then LandingRabbit will help you plan the page. It will give you instructions of what is the structure, who are your customers, what are the alternatives, and so forth. It will guide you through the process. But next, I'll show you how the page actually looks like after the planning ends. And here we are, LandingRabbit generated the page for me. As you can see, the editing options are really different to Framer. On the left, you can see a Notion style editor. If I scroll down the page, you can see that we've got content sections and you can add items here. You can click one of the buttons. You can also remove any of the sections created by AI. You can ask for help. You can also add more sections if you like. It's all starting from content. And when you make changes, for example, here in the hero, everything shows up on the right-hand side automatically and the layout dynamically adjusts to your changes. That's a key difference, obviously. You don't start from a design canvas. Instead, you start with content. You edit the content. Once you're happy with the content, you can see the page all the time on the right-hand side, how it feels, how it reads from top to bottom. The second one is the editing of the styles. So in LandingRabbit, you just edit styles by asking AI. So you can ask, for example, change the background to light blue. And then LandingRabbit will ask you more questions like, what should I change? Should I change just this one section or should I change all the sections? It will guide you through how to edit the page. You can say, for example, only hero, and then LandingRabbit will follow that instruction and will change the color in the hero section only, leaving all the other parts of the page untouched. Here you can see LandingRabbit change the color for you. As you can see on the right, you will get the color code. So if you really want to be precise and change to a certain color, you can do that as well. Another difference between Framer and LandingRabbit is that by default, all these changes you make apply to all pages that share the same layout, the same look and feel. Not only the content, but also the style of this specific hero. If you want, you can also create multiple styles per section. So when I go to a hero section here specifically, we can see that we made the change to a style called default hero. But here you can click to change the style or create a new style. So if on a specific page you need a bit different style, you can still do it. But by default, your changes go widely to other pages as well. That's a huge key difference, makes it so much faster to edit different pages. Then another key difference here is that when you go to the editor, the content and the layout are separate. So for example, if I go to FAQ, I can quickly show that here you can choose from saved text components. And when I click that, the content changes. But at the same time, we keep the same layout as we had before. That separation of content and the colors and the layout makes this super flexible. So basically, I can share the same FAQ content between multiple pages, regardless of the style that I'm using. So having those two separated, not as a one component, makes a ton of sense when you're updating multiple pages in your business-to-business website. So let's summarize the three key differences. Everything starts from content. The editor looks very different. It's content driven. Everything starts from a page idea. Then editing styles of the page is driven by AI. And then thirdly, the layout options are separated from text, and also every change you make to a layout will then reflect other pages that share the same layout and styles. If you would like to test how different LandingRabbit is to Framer, sign up for our free trial through landingrabbit.com. Me and my co-founder are happy to help with any design questions, page content, anything you need. We're there for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one. Bye.